DEI while excluding white and Asian students from attending, a direct violation of Texas law. The event was promoted to students and staff at the business school at A&M. Governor Greg Abbott wrote on X earlier this week that, quote, it's against Texas law and violates the U.S. Constitution. It will be fixed immediately or the president will soon be gone. Jonathan Sines is president of Texas Values.
This whole issue is a huge embarrassment for Texas A&M University. And one of the reasons is everyone knows in Texas that Texas A&M likes to hold itself out there as the more conservative, the more traditional large university. This whole dust up with DEI pulls the curtain back.
Texas Scorecard also reports that A&M President Mark Welsh said that, quote, we need to be sure that attendance at those events is aligned with the very clear guidance we've been given by our governing bodies. Sherry Sylvester of the Texas Public Policy Foundation said that the Board of Regents runs the university.
The regents are business people. They're professional people. They know what the curriculum needs to be. President Walsh has said he views the regents as an advisory group. He thinks he's in charge.
She went on to say that accreditation reform for colleges and universities will be addressed in the Texas legislative session that will combat any DEI initiatives that are a condition for accreditation. I'm Robert Thornton.
Then finally, the Supreme Court has unanimously upheld the federal law banning TikTok beginning Sunday, unless it's sold by a China-based parent company. More news online at afn.net and the AFN mobile app. I'm Rusty Pugh.
The presidential election in November was nothing short of historical. Americans went to the polls and let their voices be heard, overwhelmingly electing Donald Trump as our 47th president. You can hear his inauguration on AFR beginning at 11 a.m. Central, January 20th. So if you're not able to watch, you don't have to miss out. And make sure you tell your friends and family so they don't miss the live feed of Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony, January 20th, starting at 11 a.m. Central on AFR.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
The first 6 notes of We've Only Just Begun.
No, you said you weren't going to do that.
I couldn't help it.
Well, don't give me any
Sean
of this.
Connery.
Nobody's going to get this, but go ahead. Keep asking it.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. I'm Tim with Ed and JJ, and we think, good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, JJ.
Great to be here. Guys, got a little announcement. The Amish Powerball is up to 4 dozen eggs. So if anybody wants to drive over to the Amish community, you're not going to be able to buy them online, obviously. But, that may be worth getting one of those Amish scratch-off tickets. Hey,
scratch-off
since I'm already
chicken scratch-off tickets.
That's right, just chicken scratch. Since I'm already sort of in a downward spiral, if I can throw one more out. Baby boomers remember Neil Diamond. He actually, when he started out in touring, his real name was Cole Diamond, but under a lot of pressure, he changed his name. Under a lot of pressure, Ed.
You mean it was supposed to be Neil Cole,
after that,
but under a lot of pressure, he changed his name to Neil Diamond.
I think I messed the joke up. Yeah, that's right. His name was Cole Diamond.
But I wanted to make sure I pointed out that you messed up the joke.
Yeah.
No, I think
tell me when y'all are done.
Cole.
When y'all are done,
right.
then we can get started here.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. I messed up my own dad joke.
All right.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes, happy Friday. Right back at you.
Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. We're here every Friday, and we ask trivia questions and ask you to call in and answer and to ask yourself. So we're going to ask 3 each, and then you can call in and answer and ask. The ground rule today is if you've been on the air with us the last 8 weeks, please don't call. We do have an 8-week waiting period between calls, between the on-air appearances, because we really want to give as many new people an opportunity to be on the program as possible. So if you're 11 years old or older,
we invite you to call.
That's right.
And the number to call is 888
589
8840.
8840.
That number again is 888
589
8840.
8840. Call now. Call now.
Call now. And
Call now.
JJ, we do have a special question amongst the 9, the mystery question. What's that all about?
One of our original 9 questions, 3 each. One is going to be the mystery question. If you happen to land on it and answer it correctly, you'll hear this wonderful sound. The beloved cowbell. That means you're going to win yourself a really nice AFR ball cap. These are great looking. You probably waking up this morning just hoping to stay warm and not thinking you're going to win anything. You may win that ball cap, and if you want one and you don't happen to win it, you can go to our store, and it's a good-looking cap, nice looking baseball cap, and it helps the ministry.
Absolutely. You can go to our resource center, which is resources.afa.net, resources.afa.net, and you can buy yourself an AFR ball cap, or you can just take
kind of like life, isn't it? You can just buy your way through if you got enough money.
Absolutely. Just go on the internet.
Yeah.
Unless you're Amish.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, since we're unless you're Amish, and we love the Amish.
We do.
They don't listen, but
while we are,
maybe they do.
It sounds like we got a little bit of some commercials here. January, Sanctity of Human Life Month. We've been having a campaign underway, Preborn Ministry. They come alongside and offer free ultrasounds to pregnancy resource centers across the nation. And for $28, you can underwrite that. We've been telling you about that. The number to call, 877-616-2396, or they can donate online at afr.net. We're hoping to be able to save 4,500 babies this week. We're a little bit short of the goal, but today's our last day, so maybe with a big push, we'll get over the finish line.
And you can go to afr.net, afr.net, if you want to read more about what Preborn does and their approach to providing free ultrasounds for expectant moms who are considering maybe aborting their baby. But once they see the baby on the ultrasound and hear the heartbeat, it doubles the chances that that baby will live. So to find out more information about that, go to afr.net. We do ask you to please consider giving. One free ultrasound costs $28, okay? And just in comparison, that's like 4 coffees. Or
Free to the
like
free to the to the ladies or girls who are pregnant.
Yes,
right.
But it's not free because that's why we're asking for money to pay for it.
That is true.
Ultrasound machines are so expensive, and they come alongside to make that free to the client.
Right. So please go to afr.net and check that out. You've probably been hearing about that all week. So,
pardon me. All right, Trivia Friday it is. Go, Ed.
All right, here are my 3 questions.
3
questions. Now, if you were listening last week, or was it the week before? I think it was the week before. Did we had snow last week?
Yeah, we had a snowstorm
and
hit our area, and that we broadcast from, and it really created
blizzard.
It was a blizzard. It's like a 2-inch, 3-inch,
3 inches.
Huh?
Well, we
kept coming, man. Like, I don't know.
After 1 inch, here came another round, and that's right.
Like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I think it lasted 3 hours or something.
Pandemonium.
And the thing was, we couldn't do the show because we all had to go and buy milk, bread, and toilet paper.
Exactly.
Trying to round up huskies in this part of the country and hook them to that thing and say mush and get on down the road, that's a little more complex than you realize.
Yes, and if you run out of milk and bread during a snow blizzard like we had, you're in trouble.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. So
all right. So what I was going to say is 2 weeks ago, I tossed in a question towards, I think, in the last segment, and I said, you know what, I'm not giving the answer to this. So if you were listening and paying attention, you should have looked this up. This should be an easy one. Here's my question: what is considered the first competitive sport invented? What is considered the first competitive sport invented?
Is that in the Bible?
I'm guessing Cain and Abel had something to do with being Cain over in this corner, Abel in the other corner. On our count of 3, y'all just come on out and get after it.
That was the beginning of MMA right there.
Yes. It's everything usually goes back to the Bible.
What Ken Ham says goes back to Genesis.
Yeah. All right. Second question. The word panic comes from the name of what ancient Greek god? Not that we believe in those things, but I'm just, the ancient Greeks had all
they
these
did
gods.
exist.
Yes.
Or, well, no, they
Well,
didn't.
that's where we get names. Some of our names, that's where
That's
we
right.
get those.
So the word
That's
panic comes from the name of what ancient Greek god? And the third question, it's a little bit long, but Australia is known for its venomous snakes, spiders, and jellyfish. But the honeybee is the second most dangerous venomous critter in Australia. Is that true or false? The honeybee is the second most dangerous venomous critter in Australia. Is that true or false?
I know I don't like spiders or snakes.
Neither, but that ain't what it takes.
No, it isn't. Especially if you're in Australia.
Yes.
Wouldn't you hate your last words to be, boy, that's some delicious honey? And that's the last thing you said.
Hey, Bubba, watch this.
Here's what I've got. First question. In the nursery rhyme, This Little Piggy, what did the third little piggy eat? In the nursery rhyme, This Little Piggy, what did the third little piggy eat? Second question. What letter is least used in the English language? What letter out of all the letters, which letter is the least used in the English language? Third question. True or false? In colonial America, lobster wasn't exactly a delicacy. In fact, it was so cheap and plentiful that it was often served to prisoners.
Is that true?
Or false? In colonial America, lobster was so cheap and plentiful that it was often served to prisoners. True or false?
Yeah, you could go down to Ye Village 7-Eleven and just buy it.
Load up.
I see what you did there.
See what I did?
Look at all these giant
Old
mud
English.
bugs.
All right, here are my three questions. Number one, and if you can answer this question without looking it up, we'll send you an AFR hat, an AFR cap. Okay, if you can answer this question without looking it up. Now, if you want to ask somebody, that's, join together as a tandem.
Yes.
But the question before us is this. What animal have fingerprints nearly identical to humans?
Really?
Yeah. I looked it up. This is true. What animal, I don't know if it's what animal have or what animal has.
What animal has?
Okay, what animal has fingerprints nearly identical to humans? Number two, name 3 fruits that grow on palm trees.
Oh, wow.
3.
Good.
Name 3 fruits that grow on, they don't grow on the same palm tree, obviously. There's 3 different kinds of palm trees that grow fruits.
That's very interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's good trivia.
I get these interesting questions where I don't have to read like for a minute and a half to get to the question.
All I know is that lobsters don't grow on trees. That's what I would always say to my kids growing up. I have no idea what that meant.
And they
really
carried that with them, didn't they, Ed?
Yes, they did.
They tucked that in their heart.
I don't
They
know.
carried it with
I don't
them.
know how that made any kind of a connection. That every one of us and
Right.
our dads and our granddads said, "You
Right.
think money grows on trees?"
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that have to do with any money?
Right.
Looking up and seeing money on the trees. Where'd that ever come from? But it sure did stick.
By the way,
You think money grows on trees? If you do, then would you jump off an Empire State Building if your friends did? Huh? Would you do that?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Huh?
I did see this movie. This is an old black and white movie. I forget who even played in it, but this lady bought these trees. I think it was from China, and they were sent over, and they actually grew money. The leaves were money, and it was a pretty funny little movie. She discovered it and started. When the husband went out of town, she would buy all kinds of new drapes and stuff,
Really?
and then just claim that she was saving money. But
What was the name of it?
I think it's money.
On trees?
I'll look it
And
up.
then the sequel was about some goose laying some pretty expensive eggs.
No, and
Golden
what was
eggs, I
funny
think.
was these were leaves. It looked just like money. In fact, the U.S. Treasury Department got involved. I know this is probably not interesting to anyone,
How much
but then
longer
the leaves
you got
started
on
going
this?
bad. They started
Yeah.
crumbling away like regular leaves. So she got in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, spent 25 years in prison, and that'll teach you, folks.
All right, my third and final question, which, if you remember, a couple of minutes ago, I was reading off my questions. But
30 minutes
my
ago.
third and final question is this: name 3 of the largest mammals found in North America? What are 3 of the largest mammals found in North America? All right, let's go, Ed.
All right. Well, first we go to Texas, and Jalen and Julia are on the line. These are, I'm looking at my computer, left over from 2 weeks ago.
Leftovers.
They're leftovers. Jalen and Julia, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello.
Hello. Which one is this?
This is Jalen and Joshua.
Oh, Joshua. Okay.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, my apologies. I'm going to blame our call screener on this. But, all right.
Well, is there a Julia in the house?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
all
well,
right.
there you go.
That's the mix-up.
Yeah, okay. But on the phone right now is Jalen and Joshua.
Joshua.
All right, go ahead. Ask or answer.
Or both.
Both.
By the way, where do y'all live?
In Midland.
Okay, in Midland.
Good
All right.
area.
Awesome. They want to do both. So which one do you want to answer?
The little piggy question, he said.
All right.
Here you go,
Here we
JJ.
go. In the nursery rhyme, this little piggy, what did the third little piggy eat?
Well, roast beef.
Roast beef.
Roast
Way to go,
beef.
Joshua.
So
There were grown-ups all over the country listening to this show, going through that rhyme.
Right.
Try to remember.
And thinking about pulling on the little toes of their little children or
Yep.
grandchildren.
in this case, the pigs were eating the cows. Am I right? That's really not how the circle of life
Listen,
works.
It gets
If you
pretty
think about it.
violent.
I don't
pretty
think you're
violent
supposed
on
to
the farm.
overthink it. I think you're supposed to have your little tiny child or grandchild up in your lap and find some way to keep them entertained.
And this is why you want to avoid those gangs of pigs, little grandbaby.
Hey, nicely done, Joshua. And what's your question for us?
What dog has the strongest bite force?
What now? Repeat that, please.
What dog has the greatest bite force?
Hey, Jalen, help us out. It's breaking up
phone's
just a little bit. What did Joshua tell it? Repeat the question, please.
He asked, what shark has the strongest bite force?
What shark?
Okay.
Shark
good,
has
good.
the strongest bite.
Okay, I'm going to say
Great white.
great white.
Let's go with
That's what
great
comes
white.
to mind
I'm
here.
going to go with the great white. That sounds like it would be.
I saw Jaws, and we all did. It can take you down.
Well, now the
You know,
hammerhead.
You take down your boat.
It hurts. I'm
That-
just telling you.
And they'll eat roast beef without blinking.
The hammerhead shark, you see them on a lot of construction sites underwater, Habitat for Humanity, but I don't think their bite's that ferocious. Let's
All
go
right,
with great
Great
white.
white.
Go
Let's
with
say
great
great
white.
white.
You'd be correct.
All
Right.
Hey, way to start us out. You guys answered correctly. We did as well. Thank you.
Thank
Tell
you.
your parents thanks for listening to AFR there in Midland, Texas.
Yeah, the great white, they can do some damage.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You don't want to see them coming when you're out there swimming.
You don't want to see them coming because if you
Well-
see them coming, you're going to die. I'd rather die without knowing it's coming.
That's true. You
Yeah.
want to be snuck up on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what hit me.
No, I understand. I'm with you, brother.
I want whatever's left of me
Yeah.
just sinking down at the bottom.
Okay, I don't think we need to get too graphic. We have children listening. I think people get the idea that a great white can do some serious damage to your body
That's right.
if you're left alone out there in the ocean to fend for yourself. The great white is gonna win that battle.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Let's go back. I apologize, folks, for that momentary lapse. All right, let's go back to Texas. And Nathan is on the line. Nathan, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Oh, me.
Morning, guys.
Nathan, what if you got Gory to talk about this morning while
Glory?
small
Talking about glory, aren't we, JJ?
Gory.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gory.
Gory while small children are listening.
All
Hey,
right.
Nathan, what part of Texas, buddy?
The northeast part of Texas, yes, sir.
Good. You want to ask, answer, or do both?
It's Oklahoma. I think.
Both, please.
Tim's challenging you. He said you don't really live in Texas. Oklahoma
I'm
has
saying Dallas
absorbed you guys.
I'm saying Dallas is taking over all the way to the Red River.
You are correct, yes, sir.
And there's going to be a war one day. in Oklahoma,
The Red
Texas.
River-
yes,
the Red
over that.
River
The
War.
Sooners are going to
You're going to stop
be
your
marching.
encroachment on our land right here.
Hey, ask, answer, or do both. You said you want to do both, Nathan?
Yes, sir.
What's your question? Which question you want to answer?
I'd like to try the palm tree fruit.
There we go.
Okay. Hey, this is for AFR ball cap.
If he can do it without looking up.
Yeah, you didn't look it up, did you, Nathan?
No, sir. No,
All right.
sir.
Here's what Nathan's going. Okay, and I'll just tell you here's how I'm going to respond. But the question is, name 3 fruits that grow on palm trees. I'll say yes. Should I say yes, yes, no?
No, you just say you didn't get them all. Just say that.
Okay,
and leave it alive.
Okay, so either you get all 3, or it's an incorrect answer. I'm just going to say yes or no. So go ahead.
I'll say dates, pineapple, and coconut.
You got 2 of 3.
Oh.
Okay.
You got 2 of
Good
3.
try.
Good.
But
That was a good
this,
try.
This way it leaves it alive because we're
Yeah.
still early in the show. Leave it alive
Good
for
try.
the next person.
Now, in grade school, though, that flunks right there. We all know that. That's a 60. 66. But in that was 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
No.
That's right.
That's what
If you're
Meatloaf
up
said.
to bat, that's very impressive.
Yeah, exactly. You make it to the pros 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Nathan, what's your question
Good
for us?
meatloaf meal there.
I know Ed did the no-hitters and Cy Young Award winner a couple weeks ago or however long. And I knew that Nolan Ryan threw the 7 no-hitters. My question was, when he played for the Rangers, and it was toward the end of his career, who was the batter that he threw a ball, hit the batter, and the batter charged the mound, and Nolan Ryan, needless to say, went to town on this batter?
Yeah, I remember that. That's at the tip of my tongue. That was he played for Oklahoma State in college. The guy we're talking about that Nolan Ryan hit. He was like Nolan Ryan was.
And Nolan Ryan opened up a can on him, put a whooping on him.
Yeah, they got him in a headlock. His name was.
And you get hit by a Nolan Ryan fastball, that's going to smart.
It kind of makes you want to charge the mound.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I won't. I can't even come close to get.
Can you give me the initials?
If I'm remembering correctly, it's RV.
Yeah. Ventura.
Yes, sir.
Robin
Ventura.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's our fearless leader. That's worth the fist bump.
I remember when that happened. Nolan Ryan was like Grandpa out there, and the doing whippersnappers up to bat. And
he played for Milwaukee.
They got into it. Now they became. I think later on they made up and laughed about it. But
I think they went out for a lobster dinner later.
That's
I think
right.
they did.
Got together with some prisoners and had some lobster.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, there we go.
Yeah. Way to go. Hey,
Way to
thanks. Thanks, Nathan. Have a great weekend.
All right, you're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio, also known as Learning University. Learning University is on the air. Tim, Ed, and JJ. If you want to send us an email, the address is comments@afr.net, comments@afr.net. We'll take one more call before we go to our break.
All right.
Who's up next, Ed?
Let's go to Arkansas. And Chris is on the line. Chris, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Brother Chris. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, you caught me at work. Hey, so answer and ask both.
Answer and ask. Okay. Which one do you want to answer?
True and false. Lobster thing.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. In colonial America, lobster was so cheap and plentiful that it was often served to prisoners. Is that true or false, Chris?
That is true.
It is 100% true.
Really?
Where'd it go, Chris?
Wow.
That's something.
How'd you know that? Or did you just guess?
I guess, but I looked it up to confirm that, and I also happen to be allergic to them, so I've done a little research on them. So.
You're allergic to lobster?
Yes, sir. Found out on my wedding night. That was fun.
Oh,
Ooh, wow.
man. Ouch.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Red Lobster, you went to Red Lobster, right, on your wedding night? Is that what you're saying, Chris?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I didn't go to Red
I
Lobster.
mean-
I went to somewhere else.
Oh, okay, I got you. But anyway, that's it. So did you have to go to the hospital? Not to get too personal here.
No. Happened to have
Right.
wasn't too far away from the house.
Some
Got the
ibuprofen.
Benadryl.
Yeah.
Not to get too personal.
Yeah, I'm
too
sorry.
late.
I should
Too
have
late.
gone down that road. Chris, just making a comment.
Hey, a little backstory on the
I
lobster.
got the FBI in him here.
Look, a little bit of
That's
backstory.
all right.
Bit of backstory on this. A lot of those prisoners, when they were about to be released, they asked for 90 more days. I said, "Can I just stay in here?
The food is great.
Additional 90 days." Yeah, I get and eat lobster. For every other meal.
Yep. All right. What's your question for us, Chris?
Well, a side question to that, it's not my question for y'all, but did they have butter? I mean, really, because, but.
Right. That's right. They're going to be missing out if they couldn't lather it with butter.
Oh, butter? Yeah. We have a little.
Yeah. No, my question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, my question for y'all is how many national football championships has the Ohio State Buckeyes won?
Tim's going to know. He'll get really close.
I'm going to say.
Take your time.
Well, it's either 6 or 8, one or the other.
Wow.
Yeah, which
Well,
one?
I'm going.
You say 6, Ed. You
I'm
say
gonna say
8. All right, what's the answer?
8.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's going to remain 8 Monday.
Oh, is that right?
Because
Ed's a big Notre Dame fan.
I'm a Notre Dame.
It'll be 9.
Uh-oh.
Well, the Buckeyes are,
They're favored by 9.5. They got a really good team.
They won 8. They won 8 national championships. In their
Wow.
storied history. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, my friend.
You know who Chris is pulling for?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The Chris is from Arkansas. Maybe he grew up in Ohio or something.
Well,
like that.
may have. He's a little closer to Ohio
But,
than Ed was in Boston.
And he's also allergic to lobster. We learned that about him.
Yes.
Too, didn't we, Chris? All right. So we'll see you back here in a couple of minutes with more of Trivia Friday. We will reset our questions that have
Heretofore
gone unanswered.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildman.
Years ago, I heard a story I would like to pass on to you. It happened in San Francisco. There was a little boy who lived in a neighborhood near the spot on a hill where sunrise services were held each year, and on that hill was a cross. The little boy became lost one day while playing. Someone discovered the little boy crying and asked what was wrong. The police were called, and they were attempting to learn the child's name. He didn't remember his last name, so that was no help. Then they tried asking him where he lived, on what street. He didn't know that either, but he did remember the hill with the cross. So he stopped crying long enough to say to the officers, "If you'll take me to the hill with the cross on it, I can find my way home." Perhaps the story never happened. I don't really know, but does it matter? The great truth of the story cannot be missed. If you'll take me to the hill with a cross on it, I can find my way home. How great has been the influence of the cross in our world? The cross is a symbol, an eternal symbol of something good in the heart of God. It is a symbol of sacrifice. In an age of terrible gluttony and greed, it does us good to look back at the cross. There was no greed there. No effort to grab, cheat, beat. No, the cross is a symbol of something noble, a sacrifice which literally knew no limits. Not only that, but the cross is a symbol of dedication to a great cause. And that's something desperately needed in our own age, an age so filled with shallowness of purpose. There was no turning back in the cross. The one who died there had grabbed hold of a great cause, a cause which would lift men's sight and save their souls. He was dedicated to a great cause, the one who died there, a cause greater than himself. Or again, the cross is a symbol of a great love, so great, in fact, that the human mind has never been able to fully comprehend it. Such a love had never existed before, and never again would the world witness such a love. How differently men would react to that love. Some would spit on it, some would stab it, some would make fun of it, and some would come under its spell, their lives suddenly taking on a whole new perspective in light of that love. Some of us may have lost our way on the road of life. Like the little boy, we're frightened. We're trying so hard and in so many ways to find our home. We search for some direction in wealth, thinking that it will guide us. Or we feel our way along with the use of drugs or alcohol, hoping they will give us direction. Or we seek to find ourselves in our jobs, or in 101 other ways. We're searching to find our way back home. If you will take me to the hill with the cross on it, I can find my way home. The cross has always pointed one to God. The cross still gives one a sense of direction. If, somehow, we can find our way back to the cross, then we can find our way home, back to God, the giver and preserver of life. So when you become lost, remember the cross.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildman, a production of the American Family Association.
As an AFA insider, you're part of a community that stands strong for biblical values and works tirelessly to influence culture and policy with truth, advancing biblical values and ensuring a stronger, upright America for our families and future generations. AFA Insider, formerly AFA Alert, informs you first about AFA's mission and aiding the church in its task of fulfilling the Great Commission. Sign up to receive AFA Insider emails at afa.net.
The Lord looks down from heaven on all mankind to see if there are any who understand God, any who seek God. Psalm 14, verse 2.
American Family Radio.
To that?
I Love Lucy. No, I recognize that. You watch it and you recognize the theme song.
That neighborhood went down, didn't it?
It's any night of the week you can hear out in the streets. Hey, where are you going to be traveling? I know this is the new year. I'm sure your schedule's filling up. Where are you going to be?
Just like last year, right?
Yes, thank you
Traveling
for asking. Next weekend, Saturday, January the 25th, Sunday, January the 26th. Wild game supper on Saturday night, Sunday morning preaching, Smithville Baptist Church in Smithville, Mississippi. February the 5th, Bellevue Baptist Church. You'll remember the late Adrian Rogers. That's his church. I'm one of the speakers at a conference. February the 16th, Locksburg First Baptist Church in Locksburg, Arkansas. Sunday morning preaching, Sunday evening Valentine banquet, and then more after that. Oklahoma, Kansas, other places, but that's over the next few weeks.
Excellent. All right, I guess we need to reset our questions.
I think we do, Ed.
All right,
yeah.
Let's reset. By the way, that was supposed to be the theme song for Gunsmoke, I think, right? Asking Brent Creeley, our producer. So,
but was it?
Yeah,
I guess. Okay. All right.
It must have some music after that.
Yeah,
but there was a lot of drums and
at the end of it says Gunsmoke with Matt Dillon.
Oh, I didn't give it enough time to do that, right?
Yes.
Okay. That conversation y'all are having makes me wonder about things I think about. Are hummingbirds regular birds who've just forgotten the lyrics? I know that's a deep dive. My wife says I overthink stuff, but
I don't think that's the problem, Jacob. I don't think overthinking those jokes is the problem. All right, let's. I'm going to go ahead and reset my question. What is considered the first competitive sport invented? Second question: the word panic comes from the name of what ancient Greek god? And third question, Australia is known for its venomous snakes, spiders, and jellyfish, but the honeybee is the second most dangerous venomous critter in Australia. Is that true or false?
All right, here's what I've got. What letter is the least used in the English language? And then I'll add a couple of questions. Which states share a border with California? Which U.S. states share a border with California? Third question, today is Muhammad Ali's birthday.
Really?
He would have been 83 years old today. Muhammad Ali, famous, world-famous heavyweight boxer, but he had a different name when he was born in Louisville, Kentucky. What was Muhammad Ali's given name?
Good questions.
All right, my questions are as follows. What animal has fingerprints nearly identical to humans? If you can get that without looking it up, we'll send you an AFR ball cap.
I think that's going to be the lobster.
The lobster?
I think the lobster's all.
You can rule that one out. Okay.
You know who the most famous animal, St. Patrick's Day, if you're not wearing green? Lobster. I mean, he's on it. He is on it.
He's on it?
Yeah.
Pinching you?
Yes, pinching you for not wearing green.
What animal has fingerprints nearly identical to humans? There is one. Number 2, name 3 fruits that grow on palm trees. 3 fruits that grow on palm trees. They don't all grow on the same palm tree now.
Right.
I mean, unless you got some freak of nature out there, somewhere somebody put some hybrid seeds together, some mad scientists.
That's right.
All right, and my third question, what are 3 of the 5 largest land mammals in North America? Give me 3 of the top 5 largest
that's good.
land mammals in North America. North America, that would include Mexico. That's NAFTA, people, right?
NAFTA.
Mexico, the U.S., and Canada.
All right.
Well, then we're
maybe
gonna have
soon Greenland.
Then we're going to have to add Greenland. That's what I was thinking.
Is the Caribbean a part of North America? I don't even know that.
It is. The islands in the Caribbean
are North America.
Are part of North America.
Okay.
It's right below the Gulf of America. If you're looking at the new map.
I know. Get used to it, people. We're going to change names everywhere. All right, go ahead, Ed.
All right. We're going to go to Oklahoma again, I guess. And Mike is on the line. Mike, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning, professors.
Good morning to you, Mike. Where do you live in Oklahoma?
I live north of Tulsa.
All right.
Bartlesville.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, thanks for calling. Ask, answer, or both?
Let's try both.
Okay, which one do you want to answer?
Let's try the one about the first competitive sport.
All right. Mike, what is considered the first competitive sport invented?
I'm going to say that would be wrestling.
It is wrestling.
Wow.
The first competitive sport.
All right, and Mike, how did you know that?
I did a little look up on that.
All right, what's the story there?
It's the ancient. Oh, go ahead, Mike, if you want to answer that.
Well, probably it was for competition or to settle an argument.
Yeah, the ancient Greeks made it one of the first. It was, I think, the first competitive sport, like in the Olympics and those kind of things.
Did they climb up on top of the ring?
And
the ropes and jump down?
There's the deal.
No, not that kind of wrestling.
Competition or to settle an argument, or if you want to go back a little further in history, it was to get a blessing and get your name changed.
The Bible story of
Jacob.
Jacob.
With God.
Wrestling with God. Anyway, way to go, Mike. Absolutely.
Yep. What's your question for us?
Okay, got one. For a Major League Baseball pitcher. What would be the most rare feat for a Major League pitcher? More rare than a perfect game, even.
More rare than a perfect game
for a pitcher?
How could it be more rare? Oh, okay. What about him hitting a grand slam and pitching a good game, and then like that one pitcher that's a phenomenal batter and pitcher. Okay. I don't know. I'm just throwing some.
Yeah, you were just kind of I think you stalled out there.
I'm windmilling over here.
Halfway through your answer, but I've done that myself. It can happen to any of us.
What's more rare, guys? I can't think.
I don't know the context of what you're asking.
Here's the deal: getting struck by lightning while you're trying to throw your fastball. That's pretty rare, right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to go with this.
Give us a little bit more. Can you give us
more? Are you talking about a pitching feat?
Yes, a pitching feat, a no-hit game, pitching feat, rarer than a perfect game.
No hit game, a little more rare than a.
Well, they call it perfect for a reason.
Yeah,
do any
no hits, no walks.
Yeah.
Yep, this one's even more rare.
All right, we're stumped. What's the answer?
Yeah, I think you got us, Mike. What's the answer?
It's a no-hitter with no strikeouts. Can you imagine that?
A no-hitter with no strikeouts. So
everybody out in the field is just doing their job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect game.
So
that's even more rare than a perfect game.
Because you think you'd fan a bunch of folks. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Thanks.
Has that ever happened, Mike?
Yes. Ken Holtzman for the Chicago Cubs in August of 1969 versus the Atlanta Braves.
A no-hitter with no strikeouts. That does sound hard.
Nobody keeps better stats than baseball.
Yeah.
And they got it all.
Right.
You know.
All right, Brother Mike, thank
buddy.
you so much. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Next caller is.
All right, let's go back to Texas.
Okay, let's do that.
Catherine is on the line. Catherine, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you. I've been listening over 10 years, and this month I've been kind of diligent about calling repeatedly.
Well,
one time I even did it 50 times.
Wow.
Thanks
for your persistence.
You know what, Catherine? Bless your heart. We're going to send you a cap, a ball cap. You want a ball cap or you want an AFR travel mug? Which one do you want?
Oh, I'd like to have the ball cap, please.
All right,
That's
ball cap.
the true Texan.
Is Cindy right? Catherine, when we get through with this call, you hang on because we got to get your address. But because you're
tenacity,
we're going to send you a ball cap.
Now, folks, for those of you listening,
right, we don't care about your tenacity.
That's right.
Okay, Catherine was first in line.
We honor one tenacious person on this call, and that'll be it.
Right, today.
Unless Tim says otherwise. He's the boss. So.
Catherine, thank you. Do you want to ask, answer, or do both, dear?
Well, I think I just want to ask, and I've been sitting here waiting for my turn. I have so many questions I wanted to ask y'all.
Questions?
So I've been sitting there going, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I want to give y'all?
Okay, so you don't want to answer one of ours, right?
No.
Okay, we're taking that hat back.
I hardly got my name out.
We're taking that hat back, Catherine. And next time you be prepared to answer.
No, that's all right. Listen.
I'm teasing.
Being tenacious is a good character trait, and we're going to honor that. So, well, what is your question for us then?
Well, I believe I'm going to take the one that, out of all of them that I have here, the one recently in Sunday school that I read where they had a challenge, and of course I'm very competitive, and so consequently, I thought, well, this is good. How many? And I even got my grandchildren to get into it too. They beat me. Anyway, it's how many times is the word believe in 1 John? In 1 John, how many times is the word believe, believing, that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Catherine, I got to say, I'm very disappointed in your grandchildren if they beat you, like on a regular basis. That's just uncalled for.
Should beat Grandma.
You shouldn't be beating Grandma.
No, that's wrong.
So
there's some things that are just wrong.
No, I understood what you were saying. Guys, I don't know if I have.
I'm going to say a dozen.
1 John
12.
I'm gonna go up. I'll say 40. But it's just a guess. We got 12. We got 40. What do you say, Tim?
27.
All right. So we got 12, 27, and 40. Catherine, who's closest?
The one who said 40, but it's 105.
Wow.
105 times in 1 John alone?
Yes.
Isn't that remarkable?
Did you count them? Catherine?
Yes, repeatedly.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Well, that's we know what the Lord's trying to say in that book, along with other things. Thank you so much for listening and getting through. Stay on the line so we can give you that ball cap.
We're going to put you on hold, Catherine. Congratulations, and you give a good hug to your grandkids because it's a lot of fun to compete with your grandkids and let them win, because that's what being a grandparent's all about.
Let them win, or they will win. Or sometimes they just straight up win.
That's right, and then you just tell them, "I let you win."
Right.
So
you're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ. You can send us an email at comments@afr.net. Next up, Ed.
All right, we go to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
How do they pronounce it?
What do you miss? Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's Paul and Sophie. All right, Paul and Sophie, welcome to Trivia
You're doing
Friday.
Irish stuff right there.
I'm doing Irish. Well, I think I'm getting mixed up with Minnesota.
Yeah.
So
same type, folks.
Paul and Sophie, bail me out here. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. This is actually Hannah. I'm the middle one. So my dad is Paul. My daughter is Sophie. The dad can't hear as well, and Sophie's not 11 yet. So I'm being the voice piece for them, but they're the ones who like to listen every Friday.
You're
So
Aaron. You're Aaron. You're Aaron. You're going to be the mouthpiece, the spokesperson. All right.
Hey, by the way, where do you live in Wisconsin?
Anna?
Anna?
We're way up on the tippy top by Duluth, Minnesota. We're in Superior, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I've been near where you live. I've been to Duluth. So how far was that from your home?
Yep, just over the bridge, probably half hour from us.
What's the temperature today?
Ooh, 36. 36. It's
All right.
balmy right now.
One other weather question, because I know you deal with that for people who don't live in the cold part of the climate. Monday, give me the high Monday.
Oh, what was Monday?
No, coming up.
That's Monday coming up.
Oh, Monday coming up?
Yeah, tell me that.
6 below.
6 below.
That's the high?
That's the high. 6 below zero?
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Were you going to try to one-up them?
I knew it's going to be like 20 where we live, so I was thinking you go to Wisconsin, it's probably going to be like
below zero.
Like the moon.
6 below is the high.
Yeah.
That's just
6 below the high today.
That's
okay. So
crazy.
All right, go ahead. Ask, answer, or both.
Okay, so my dad has the answer to the Muhammad Ali one.
All right. Here's the question. Muhammad Ali was born on this date in 1942. You may remember float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali, but he was born in Louisville, Kentucky, boxed, grew up with one name. Then he changed his name after he converted to Islam. What was his given name?
What was his given name, Dad?
Cassius Clay.
Cassius Clay.
Cassius Clay.
That's exact. And it's Cassius Clay Jr. So his dad was Cassius Clay. He was named by his grandfather.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well done, Paul.
Yeah, nicely done. One of the best boxers, maybe the best boxer in all of history. A lot of people would argue.
All right, what is your question for us, Hannah?
Okay, so Sophie, what's your question?
What family is the red panda in?
What animal family is the red panda from?
What animal family?
Right, we're going to talk amongst ourselves.
It's
so
Johnsons.
The Johnson family.
You know, actually, this
raccoon,
this really kind of, we're going through a portal here because the red panda is the animal that has fingerprints just like a human, and they're in the human family, kind of like a second cousin twice removed.
What?
Little known. That's little known info.
So that's why you go to Panda Express.
Exactly.
What's the question?
What
family is a panda?
Animal family is a panda.
I'm going to say
red
bear.
Panda.
I'm going to say bear.
I'm going to say raccoon.
Oh, it is raccoon.
The red panda. So there's different kinds of pandas?
There are.
I'm going to say raccoon. I mean, raccoon with Ed. I'm changing mine.
I've never seen a red panda. Have you?
Well, not around here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Huh? My dog barks at something at night
that
I can't see.
Now you know.
I'm thinking now it's a red panda.
It's a red panda.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your answer?
You don't want to go out to the garbage late at night and be confronted with a red panda.
Yeah.
A red panda.
You guys saying it's in the raccoon family?
I think it's the raccoon family.
All right. I'm going to say bear.
All right.
What's the answer?
Sophie's shivering with excitement here because you're all wrong.
Oh, what is it?
It's in its own family.
It does not have any other family members in the animal family.
Sophie,
the panda family.
That was a brilliant question.
Yes. Yes.
So we're all trying to
Nicely
fit
done.
it into some other family,
right.
including the Johnson family down the street.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Trick.
Or the Jones, keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
All right. How many pandas, different kind of pandas are there? Sophie, you know?
How many different kinds of pandas are there?
There's red pandas, there's giant pandas.
I think that's
it.
Okay.
The giant one's the one we know, right? With the black and white, and you get the stuffed
Yep.
panda. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there are politicians, you know,
who panda to all kinds of voters.
panda bears.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to the whole family.
Family.
Whole fam.
God
Whole
bless
fam.
you guys. Thanks.
All right.
Hey, we had some people stopping by.
Yeah, we had the Skipper
Skippers.
family from Rockwall, Texas, just came to the studio, and it was good to see them. They listen in Rockwall. They listen to our Greenville, Texas station.
Great looking family.
Traveling through and decided to stop here in Tupelo and say hello. So good to have them here. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ. Repeater questions. Go ahead real quickly. Ed.
All right, I'll have to add one. First question. The word panic comes from the name of what ancient Greek god? Second question. Australia is known for its venomous snakes, spiders, and jellyfish, but the honeybee is the second most dangerous venomous critter in Australia. But is that true or false? And I will add this question. What does USACE stand for in the U.S. Army? What does USACE stand for in the U.S. Army?
JJ?
Here's what I've got. First question, what letter is least used in the English language? Second question, which states share a border with California? Which U.S. states share a border with California? And then
They don't want to, but
and then I'll just hold off for a little bit and just have those two.
Okay, I'm just kidding. California's a beautiful state naturally, and there are a lot of wonderful people there.
And pray for the folks with all those fires. Boy, they're suffering.
A lot of Christians in California.
Yeah, but they're just dominated by these far left crazy politics that they vote for. That's why they get a little maligned.
I think the whole woke thing and the DEI and all that, like make sure you got a person of color or gender in the fire department and the fire hydrants don't work. They turned back a bunch of fire trucks because they didn't meet the emissions, and they turned them back with all that smoke going in the air. But when you have crazy leftist
You got to go over
ideas-
and meet the emissions if they come to your town. You know what I'm saying?
But look what's happened now. Even the citizens are realizing that woke leadership that comes around, and it's
You're going to get us started, JJ.
all right. Sorry,
It's
Doesn't
okay.
take much
You make
to
very
get
good
us
points,
started.
my friend. But you're going to get me wound up
that's
over here.
right.
We'll
Well,
be
no,
doing
this
today's
is
issues.
the fun show on
Are you
Friday.
done with
so
that?
I'm off the soapbox.
All right,
Yes,
here.
sir.
My three questions are as follows. One is, and this is for an AFR ball cap. If you can answer this without looking it up, there's an animal that has fingerprints that are nearly identical to humans. What is that animal? Number two, name three fruits that grow on palm trees. Three fruits that grow on palm trees. And finally, in my, I like these lists. That's my favorite kind of questions. What are three of the largest land mammals in North America? Just give me three of the five. I have the top five right here in front of me. If you give me three of the top five largest land mammals in North America, that's what I'm looking for. Ed, who's up next?
All right, let's go to Iowa, and Greg is on the line. Greg, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you for calling, Brother Greg. Where do you live in Iowa?
Very top north, just a few inches away from Minnesota.
You guys have
it's
some cold
fourth
weather coming
city.
too. What's the low going to be next week where you are?
Monday's bad.
11 below.
11
Yeah.
below.
That's not. Humans should not have to. You know what I'm saying?
No, I with
Not have to
you.
endure that.
We don't.
Hey,
Yeah, you
let
don't,
your
yeah.
leave your spigots dripping. You probably already know that.
Yeah, he's laughing
sure.
about that one.
Yeah.
All right. So, put the little coverings on your faucets outside.
Put the little
That's what we do.
styrofoam thing.
All right, go ahead, Greg. Ask, answer, or both.
Both.
Which one you want to answer?
I got them all listed here. I think I want to go with the states that border California.
Here's the question. Which states share a border with California?
Is it Arizona, Nevada, and Oregon?
That is it. 3 states.
Just 3?
Yeah, and I was sharing these questions with my wife, and she had guessed Idaho. So I'm glad that it wasn't too
Because Idaho
easy.
is a tall
You kind of
state,
picture them on up through there, but it's Arizona, Nevada, and Oregon.
I think Idaho's like 2 states removed, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're complicating things. Yeah, it's over in that neck of the woods.
It's out west
As
somewhere.
a crow flies. Hey,
Out there somewhere.
what's your question for us?
Well, back when Jesus was taken to the temple to be dedicated, the man Simeon was there and finally got to see him so that he could honor God and honor God's wishes for him to see him. There was a woman there. What was her name and how old was she?
All right, so this is going to be Anna.
Anna, I think she was nearly 100 or 90.
I
It
don't
does say
remember how old.
she was. She was. I'm going to say 90 years old.
All right, how do we do, Greg?
You got the name right, but she was 84.
84. It gives her age. Wow. Listen, she got to see the Messiah.
That's right. One of the newer translations, it gives her weight. It gives her age and her weight, but that is not a very popular translation.
No,
People aren't flocking to buy that one.
All right, thank you, Greg. God
Thank
bless
you, Brother Greg. May you stay warm, my friend.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
11 below.
The frozen tundra
That's crazy.
on the Iowa,
Who needs
Minnesota line there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back momentarily. Stay with us.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
You're aware of how important it is to stay engaged in America's culture war. One way American Family Association helps you to do that is through action alerts. Here's how it works. Once or twice a week, we'll email you about matters critical to America's families, and we'll offer ways to take action. Visit afa.net today and tap the Action Alert sign-up button.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem faces questioning on Capitol Hill in her confirmation hearing as President-elect Donald Trump's pick to lead the Department of Homeland Security.
She was the first governor to send in National Guard troops when Texas asked states for help in protecting its hemorrhaging border. And South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem in her Senate confirmation hearing, saying if confirmed to lead DHS, that she'll prioritize safety and security with an emphasis on transparency and accountability.
We will undertake a large job and a large duty that we have to fulfill that the American people expect us to do by securing our border, to make sure that our nation is a nation with borders or we're no nation at all.
Unlike other confirmation hearings, no real fireworks, with both sides agreeing on many issues. Noem is expected to easily sail through the confirmation process. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
President Trump has promised a host of changes that he plans to enact on his first day in office, including closing the U.S.-Mexico border and ending the Russia-Ukraine war. Incoming White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
On day one, President Trump will take many actions to undo all of the disturbing orders that Joe Biden signed on his first day in office. But none of this should come as a surprise to the mainstream media or to the American people.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams is meeting with President Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago later today. Incoming Board Czar Tom Homan says he believes the Democratic mayor is fully committed to working with the Trump administration in terms of cracking down on illegal migrant crime and keeping public safety.
He has said that he doesn't want his officers to become immigration agents, and I agree with him. I don't want them to become immigration agents. I want them to help us focus on public safety threats. Leave the immigration stuff to us, but public safety threats is in everybody's interest.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's computer was hacked on Thursday as part of a larger breach allegedly carried out by a Chinese state-sponsored actor. The hacker was able to access unclassified files. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan reacted to the breach.
It's scary, and you think about the Treasury Secretary of the United States, and it reminded me of one of the lines I saw from the nominee, President Trump's nominee, Mr. Besson, today, when he was talking about China. He said, because I think one of the senators, Democrat senators, talked about that we're in a clean energy race with China. He goes, no, we're in an energy race with China. I mean, here's a guy who focused on the facts.
A new study says fewer than 1 in 1,000 U.S. adolescents receive so-called gender-affirming medications, but not everyone agrees with the finding. Chris Woodward has more.
Talking about this on Washington Watch, Dr. Jennifer Bowens of Family Research Council says there is a lot of spin in this study, which was picked up by Associated Press.
If you just read the AP or NPR, you'd think, oh my goodness, this giving out puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, it's just not really that big a deal. Not that many people are affected. So if you pay attention to that spin, then, you might be inclined to ignore the problem. However, if you actually look at the study, and many studies that go along with this issue or address this issue, you see a number of real problems with the methodology, starting with, for example, the sample.
Researchers looked at private insurance, but Bowens pointed out that people are getting assistance from a number of places, including Medicaid and Planned Parenthood.
When you don't accurately depict your sample, you can end up with a very bad impression about what's going on in reality. And that's the case with this study here. We are told that not many people are on puberty blockers or cross-sex hormones or getting transgender procedures. That's not true. We have other studies that show about 63,000 prescriptions have been written annually. About 6,000 surgeries have been conducted. And so what's the discrepancy? They're only looking at private insurers.
The study was published in JAMA Pediatrics.
U.S. stock indexes are rallying as they head toward the close of their best week in 2 months. The S&P 500 rose 1.1% today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 398 points, and the Nasdaq Composite gained 1.6%. More news online at afn.net and on the AFN mobile app. I'm Rusty P.
The presidential election in November was nothing short of historical. Americans went to the polls and let their voices be heard, overwhelmingly electing Donald Trump as our 47th president. You can hear his inauguration on AFR beginning at 11 a.m. Central, January 20th. So if you're not able to watch, you don't have to miss out. And make sure you tell your friends and family so they don't miss the live feed of Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony, January 20th, starting at 11 a.m. Central on AFR.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. I'm Tim with Ed and JJ. Not going to comment much on this because we don't know a lot, except that it was just announced that the presidential inauguration will be moved inside the Capitol Rotunda. I'm not kidding about that.
Because of the freezing cold.
Because the cold weather, brutally cold weather is supposed to hit Washington, D.C. They've moved.
That's breaking news.
Breaking news. So I don't know any more than that. I don't know if it means what it means for the parade. I don't know what it means. Are they going to walk down Pennsylvania? I would assume not. But I don't know. It was just breaking news that the swearing-in ceremony will be moved indoors at the Capitol building.
And probably his speech will be inside as well.
Last time that happened was in 1985 with President Ronald Reagan.
Because of the cold weather?
Because of the cold weather.
Oh.
But there's going to be a lot of upset people who paid a lot of money to go to D.C. to not watch anything.
Right. Because at this stage, you'd have to watch it in your hotel room.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to be able to get a...
Yeah. Listen, I understand. You got to make a call like that. It's going to be brutally cold. Thousands of people. It could be unsafe. I don't know. I'm just saying, but there are going to be people who say, hey, you paid all this money and I'm going and made my plans and now you're canceling for a little cold weather?
A little cold weather.
All right. Trump? Mr. Bravado? Wimping out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're saying that's what those folks would be saying.
Yeah. That's
Here's the deal. They're going to have to answer every one of them. Secret Service, Trump, all of us married men. they're going to have to answer to the Green Bay Packer fans.
Right. The cheeseheads.
Boy, you see them up there. They're covered up in whatever, about 6 inches of snow, and their lips are blue, and they're in the stands.
Oh, I know. All right, Ed, we go back to the phones?
Yes, we go to Mississippi, and Ronnie is on the line. Ronnie, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello, Professor. How y'all doing today?
Doing good, Ronnie.
Doing well. Where do you live in Mississippi?
I live in McHenry. Matter of fact, I'm a coffee tech. I'm a technician for the coffee company. I went to JJ Mother-in-Law Church to fix the coffee not too long ago.
Wonderful.
Oh, all right.
To do what?
Fix the coffee. He goes to the different things.
The coffee machine.
Coffee machines and things.
You're the first coffee machine repairman I've ever met, Ronnie.
Look, the one I'm fixing to ask Brother Tim question is, I hope I win a coffee mug because I need one to driving around with.
There you go. You be the right person.
All right, you want to answer one of mine, Ronnie?
Yes, I do.
Which one?
The fingerprint.
All right, if Ronnie gets this, we're sending him a travel mug, an AFR coffee mug, because that's what he does, and a ball cap.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, so this
nice.
It's kind of double or nothing.
To keep
though.
his head warm.
One of them.
To keep his head warm.
Keep his head warm.
Monday and the next few days.
Yeah. All right. Here's the question that Ronnie's about to answer. What animal has fingerprints nearly identical to humans, Ronnie?
Well, all my life, and I don't know this, but all my life I've been said I look like a monkey, so I figure a monkey.
All your life you've been told you look like a monkey?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I got all this hair but my head.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
is that the answer?
No, it's not the answer.
I was so excited.
That's a good guess. Let me just say this, and if you want to take another shot, I'll give you another shot. Because I'll give this because we're the last half hour. I give this as a clue.
Okay.
This is not a North American animal. This animal is found in other parts of the world. Really, one specific continent.
All right, you're steering him in the right direction.
Okay. You want to take another guess?
Let me go alligator.
An alligator? Boy, you're going the wrong way, Ronnie.
I know.
Huh? You were closer with a monkey.
I bet you didn't do real good with pinning the tail on the donkey.
You need to get you a strong cup of coffee and call back.
Spin him around a couple times, and he.
All right. All right. So
sometimes Ronnie will say.
Listen, Ronnie's been a good sport. Am I right? So we'll send him a coffee mug. And he's a coffee repairman.
That's right.
The world cannot make it without coffee machine repairmen.
Absolutely, and he probably puts the coffee, all
brings it
by
everything.
Right.
Hey, can I give a little plug? He said he was just at my mother-in-law's church, Michael Memorial Baptist Church in Gulfport, Mississippi. Outstanding Bible-believing church, and if you're in that neighborhood looking for a good, godly church, Michael Memorial Baptist Church.
All right, Ronnie, we're going to send you a travel mug. Just hold on. Now go ahead with your question.
Okay, I got a good one. I couldn't wait. This first time I got on. This is a great one. But listen, this true or false? I was Brother Tim had a guy call in on the show, and he was talking to him. This guy talked so fast, so quick. He didn't even breathe when he was talking. He went forever. And then finally, he just stopped. And I waited and I'm listening and I'm like, what's going on? Did my radio die? What happened? And then Brother Tim said, is that a period? And I just laughed so hard. I was laughing so hard, a highway patrol pulled me over. I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh,
so he pulled me over. And he thought I was DUI. And I thought, what? And I told him I'm going to listen to the station of y'all. And I was laughing so hard. Matter of fact, I got him to turn his radio station to the channel where he can listen to it every day. But
wow.
Anyway,
so you
got a great story.
You were laughing so hard you got a DUI almost, huh?
From laughing and swerving while you were driving.
I got you.
Hey, now, is there a question in there, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Was that true or false, what I just said?
Oh, I'm going to say true.
man.
I'm going to say that was false.
100% true.
I'm going to say that didn't happen.
It did happen. It did.
Wow.
It did.
That is great. Hey, Ronnie, thank you for listening. Stay on the line so they can get your address to get this travel mug. God bless you, buddy. Thanks for listening to AFR.
Well, and so the travel mug is not just because he keeps the world outfitted for coffee, but because he told somebody, that was very nice what he did, try to get the police officer, the state trooper, or whatever it was, listening to AFR.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
good on Ronnie.
You're listening to today's issue. No, you're not. Trivia Friday. Today's issues Monday through Thursday. Trivia Friday, also known as Learning University. Learning University is on the air every Friday, 10:05 to 11:30 Central Time, right here on American Family Radio. You want to send us an email? The address is comments@afr.net. Comments@afr.net. None of mine have been answered. None of my questions.
Well, you had a stab at
couple stabs at
the three
the palm trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and then the caller right there said monkeys, and then he went alligator.
Yeah. Alligator with human
next gonna
fingerprints. No chance of him being a nurse practitioner. You know when they say you can be anything you want, that's not always honest.
Right.
Third guess was going to be tarantula, I think. We
I
didn't
said
get that
lobster.
far. Lobster.
That's right.
All right, back to the phones, Ed.
All right, let's go to Georgia.
Georgia.
Jordan.
Sing it.
Jordan from Georgia is on the line. Well, Jordan, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey, it's great to finally be with you guys. I've been trying to get in for quite a time, and so it's excited to be on the radio too with you.
Hey, Jordan.
50 years.
Jordan, this is right off the top of my head, and I'm going to ask you if this is for a ball cap. Okay?
Here we go.
I'm just.
All right.
You're the opposite of the Grinch,
I'm just
man.
welfare with this ball cap stuff.
Willy-nilly.
I'm like the federal government. I'm just doling out money.
You're like President Biden with pardons.
All right, I'm going to send you an AFR ball cap
that's
if you
good.
can tell me, Jordan, what singer made the song Georgia popular? Very,
Georgia
very
on
popular.
my mind.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, do you know what I'm talking about, Jordan?
I do. Give me just a second. Let me wrap my mind.
Yeah. Is that called Googling?
That's why it's Googling.
Yeah, I called Google. No, I was gonna. Okay, no, I was thinking of Aretha Franklin, but I see it's Ray Charles.
Ray Charles. Yeah.
Ray Charles.
Well, he got the answer right.
But yeah, I didn't put a condition on it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Did I? No, I'll send you a ball cap. It's Ray Charles. I'm just, I'm just drunk with generosity, aren't I?
You had eggs this morning for breakfast? Free.
You get a ball cap. You get a ball cap.
Everybody gets a ball cap.
You get a ball cap.
Jordan.
You get a ball cap.
Toast with butter. Ding, 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 ding. You get a ball.
All right, Jordan. We'll send you a ball cap. But I'll
tell you who we're upsetting.
Somebody stop me.
Is Cindy Roberts, our call screener.
She's
she's having to take down the information for all these.
Not anybody's getting any answer. But yeah, Ray Charles made that song famous.
That's classic right
Georgia,
there.
Yeah. Georgia.
All right, ask, answer, or do both, Jordan.
I'm going to do both.
Which one you feel confident about?
All right, I'm going to go with the Greek god from where panic comes from.
All right, the word panic comes from the name of what ancient Greek god? And Jordan, you say?
That would be the Greek god Pan.
Pan, that is correct.
Nicely done.
Pan was
the little half goat, half man.
Yes, he was played the pan flute, and he was the god of chaos, and made people frightened and panicked.
First one to cause controversy, allowing him to play in women's sports. It was not fair on any level. And so people think that's a new thing.
Right.
That's the first time that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and he tried to play on
against somebody who's half goat and half man.
He also tried to play on the Greeks all goat team.
That's right.
Because he said, "Listen,
I'm the goat.
Trying to get your goat."
Yeah.
All right, what's
Jordan.
your question for us, Jordan?
Trying to get your goat.
All right, a few months ago, you guys did an episode all about trees, and so I'm going to take it back to that. What is the cherry blossom capital of the world?
I'm going to say, guys, Washington, D.C., but let's talk about it. Oh, in the world, maybe in Japan.
Yeah, Japan's known for
Okinawa.
it. Yeah.
What do you
okay,
say, you guys?
Say that
Cherry
again.
blossom capital of the world.
The cherry blossom capital of the world.
I think you might be right. I think it might be like Tokyo.
Tokyo. Let's go
What
with
do you
Tokyo.
think, Tim?
I'll go with that.
All right, Tokyo, we're saying, Jordan.
Well, the answer is where I'm from. It is actually Macon, Georgia.
What?
Is the cherry blossom capital of the world?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do the people in Washington, D.C. know that? Because they sure do pitch that and put that on their brochure.
Is this just like a self-declared title, or did some independent international organization declare this?
You can ask the Google.
Yeah.
That's the Google.
Yeah. Everybody's got
So
their...
we have a cherry blossom festival here every year. It's a big deal.
Is it
And,
what month?
Hey, Jordan, in Macon, so they do have a lot of cherry blossom trees. It's really pretty in the spring.
Yeah, it's real pretty in the spring. There's cherry blossoms all over the city. And so it's usually March, late March.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
All right,
Good.
people, if you're looking for a pretty place to go, you're not
Georgia.
going to have to fight the traffic like if you went to D.C. So go
Right.
to Macon, Georgia, and see those
Cherry blossoms.
trees just lined with beautiful cherry blossoms.
Also, a lot less likely to get carjacked than if you go to.
That's right.
All right, Jordan. Huh?
Jordan
I
lives in
I
Macon.
wouldn't say less likely.
Depends on what part of Macon you go to, right?
All right, Jordan, I'm going to put you on hold, brother, so Cindy Roberts can get your information, and we can get you one of those welfare caps out in the mail. So
I think Macon's where I-16 and I-75 split. Been there many times. I think
I will
that's right.
take your word for it.
One goes to Florida and one goes to Savannah.
I'm amazed at how you know all these
know it.
roads. When people call in and they say, "Oh, I'm north of Toledo," and he'll say, "Well, you're on whatever," and they go, "I sure am." You know, they're driving along.
Well, you work for the CIA long enough. These things, you know what I'm saying? These things just become
right.
second nature.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah,
So-
just like poisoning Russian
Yeah.
spies.
Yeah, you do what you got to do. You know,
That's
to
it.
protect your
Thank you for
country.
your contribution.
Thank you for your
Thank
service.
you for your service.
And if you ask me any more questions, you know what happened.
You have to kill me.
That's
You
right.
can tell me, but you're going to have to kill me.
All right, you're listening to last time to repeat our questions.
Oh,
last
let's do
time.
it.
All right, I've got two remaining.
Yeah.
Australia is known for its venomous snakes, spiders, and jellyfish, but the honeybee is the second most dangerous venomous critter in Australia. But is that true or false? And then second question, what does USACE stand for in the U.S. Army?
USAA.
CE?
Isn't that the commercial?
No. You're talking about the
You know what I'm
credit-
talking about?
Yeah, that credit.
Credit union.
Yeah, credit union.
Is that the one when what Sam Elliott now is in those? Is that the different one?
No, that's a different one. That's the one with Gronk.
Gronk and Sam Elliott.
Yeah, I used to be a huge Sam Elliott fan until he went off on conservatives. And
I didn't know that.
MAGA.
You didn't
Yeah,
know
he
that, did you?
Y'all can say what you want about that, but I've done the reverse mortgage on my house twice because of that Magnum PI guy. He does such a good job as a daddy on Blue Bloods, and he wore them short shorts really good when he get on that helicopter and chase them bad guys and Magnum PI. So I done called him up twice and done that reverse mortgage just
You
because
can
of
do
his.
a reverse mortgage twice?
We done it. And just because he seems so sincere when he gets that tear in his eye and they do that close up and he says, "You can trust me." I wouldn't lie to you.
I wouldn't lie to you. Best mustache ever on television.
All right,
Sam
we're
Elliott?
putting you
No,
down for that.
well, he's got a good one too.
Tom.
I'm talking about Tom Selleck.
All right, here's what I've got. First question. What letter is least used in the English language? And it's not LMNOP. You notice how when you're saying the alphabet, you always say those together. You can't just say one of those.
Right.
You have to say
LMNOP.
those together. All right, what letter is least used in the English language? I'm going to throw another one out there. I know it's late in the program. How many dice are used in a game of Yahtzee? Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Got the little canister. You got some dice in there. Shake them around, pour them out on the table.
I don't know the answer.
How
although
many
I
dice
played
are
it,
used in a game of Yahtzee?
but it's been years.
Tim?
Yeah, my three questions. What animal has fingerprints identical to humans?
It's not alligator.
No.
And it's not lobster, and it's not monkeys.
And it's not an animal that's native to North America.
Can you give us what country? Because that's not going to be too much of a hint.
Yeah, this would.
Okay.
It'd be a giveaway.
All right.
It'd be a dead giveaway if I did that.
All right.
But all right. My other question is, name three fruits that grow on palm trees?
That's a very good question.
And my last question? Name three of the 5 largest land mammals in North America.
I feel a little embarrassed about my three little pigs. This little pig question.
The three little pigs will get eaten by these animals. Okay, I'm just telling you. Oh, you mean, what did we say about the three little pigs?
No, I said it wasn't three little pigs. It's this little piggy. That might have been a little too easy with the ones that you're bringing.
Yeah, these the three large.
The thing is, those are three good, excellent
really are.
questions.
You know what? I'll save them next week.
You should.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Those are great.
I'm not
questions.
just going to give them away at
That's
the end of
right.
the show.
Yeah,
you might give hats away.
That's what I'm.
We need our listeners to answer one of these.
And answer
Step
for
up,
not
people.
answering.
Challenge yourself, people.
Yeah.
Don't just.
It's a new year.
Don't just do the one about this little piggy.
Right.
Let's get some.
Memorize more than John 3:16. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about trying to stay with those New Year's resolutions, those goals. The guy was going to get up early, go to the gym this morning. He said he couldn't find his badge, his membership card, and a replacement is $10. Donut and a cup of coffee is $4. He said, guess who saved $6?
Oh,
that's
go
the way
ahead.
most of those resolutions,
Yes.
how long they last.
All right, let's go to Ohio. We've gone to a lot of northern states
Yes,
today.
we have.
Yeah, they got nothing else to do with all the freezing cold. And Greg from Ohio is on the line. Greg, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good to be here, guys.
Going to be in the teens on Monday, Greg?
Oh, Lord, that.
Going to be in about 5 to 10 below.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. So
Been listening to you guys ever since you started. Last week was my first attempt, and I found out why I didn't get through.
Yes,
you had
because
a half inch of snow or something down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Greg.
it is shameful.
Listen,
It is
Greg.
shameful.
I've lived in the deep South my whole life, and we do deserve the mockery. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You can say 7 days on the horizon, there might be a dusting, and man, you go to Kroger and Walmart that afternoon.
Pandemonium breaking
A bunch
out.
of
Yeah, you think the zombies are coming.
It's ridiculous.
You'd think the Greek god Pan had arrived.
I know.
Hey,
Panic.
Greg, I grew up on the Kentucky-Indiana border, and no kidding, we went to school if there were 3 or 4 inches on the ground. And when I moved here, the about 5-inch tall front page, it said, winter storm warning, maybe up to 2 inches. And I laughed. I just thought, up to 2 inches with a winter, calling it a winter storm. But we didn't have salt. We don't have sand on the trucks and some of those.
Yeah,
kinds of things.
no plows.
All right, Greg, go ahead. Ask, answer, or both.
We'll do both.
Which one you want to answer?
It's a toss-up between the honeybee and the fingerprint match.
Listen, Greg. Again, the ball cap's on the line here.
For both of them?
If you take Tim's.
Yeah, you answer mine right, I'm going to send you the ball cap.
There you go.
And the coaster, right?
The coaster.
We got a coaster?
We don't have an
I didn't know we have a
AFR coaster.
But you gave us a good idea.
I got one in my
down the road.
office. I got a coaster. But anyway. All right,
Anyhow,
go ahead.
the fingerprint, I'm going to say is, I think I'm cheating a little bit here. There was a young lad a few calls back that was talking about panda bears. And somebody made the comment about a matching fingerprint. So I'm going to see with the
panda bear.
Red panda bear.
All right, I'm going to give the answer to this one.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go.
Is it an orangutan?
No.
I'm going to say, is it a kangaroo? Because he said if I give the thing, so I'm going to say Australia, I'm going to go with
Koala bear.
Koala bear, really?
Yeah. Koalas have, I tell you what, Greg, if you can spell koala, I'll send you a ball cap. If you can spell koala right here and now, Greg, I'm going to send you a ball
everybody
cap.
listening, Greg.
Go.
Koala.
Koala. Yeah.
That's right.
That's
Nicely
right.
Oh, how
done.
about bear?
What?
Yeah, nicely done.
Koalas. That good way to spell that right. Koalas have fingerprints that are nearly identical to human fingerprints.
I did not know that.
Additionally, gorillas and chimpanzees also have fingerprints similar to humans. Anyway, yeah, a koala bear has a fingerprint identical to a human's. So there you go.
That's something great.
So we're going to send you the ball cap for spelling koalas right.
Yeah, and you didn't have to waste a cue or anything.
Yeah.
So stay on the line after we get done on the air. I'll put you on hold and we'll.
But I don't know. It may be March before we can get it out of here, Greg, because we had like 3 inches of snow
last week,
and it's just melting. And I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to recover or not.
What's your question for us, Greg?
Well, we're going to go racing here with the subject of top fuel dragsters.
Awesome.
They are quite a designed piece of equipment with about 2,000 horsepower. The engine will redline based on their system. They kind of cut it down at 9,500 RPMs. But during a quarter-mile race,
Abalone more like.
How many revolutions take place in that engine for a quarter-mile race? I'm going to give you 3 options here. 540, 1,650, 3,280.
JJ, you among us probably come.
Now we are
to get
almost out of time.
Quickly, he's not talking about NASCAR. He's talking about if you can picture
drag racing,
like a ladder, the long ladder looking with a motor in the very back.
Rail cars.
Rail car, and it goes a quarter mile. Not sure about with 2,000 horses. I don't know. I'm going to go with the middle one, 1,600, but it's just a guess.
We'll go with JJ's
It's turning
guess.
a lot of RPMs, revolutions per minute. That's for sure, but it's only a quarter mile. What's the answer?
540.
540.
Wow.
Do you drive the car?
No, I do not. But just spectator and enthusiast, I guess you'd say.
Drag racing.
Quarter-mile race, they reach. Currently,
Hey,
they're reaching
Greg,
nearly 300.
There's the music. We got to go. I'm going to put you on hold so we can get your
Yeah.
information.
I've seen that in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and the noise is deafening.
All right. It is true. Because of allergic reactions, the honeybee is the second most dangerous venomous critter in Australia. And USACE in the U.S. Army stands for Army Corps of Engineers.
What letter is the least used in the English language, guys?
We'll say Q.
Z.
Z.
How many dice are used in a game of Yahtzee?
Is it 3?
5.
5.
I'll give one of my answers. I'm going to save the other one. Name 3 fruits that grow on palm trees?
Dates, coconuts, and
acai berries.
And what?
Acai berries.
Oh, all right.
Huh.
Coconuts, dates, and acai berries all grow on different kinds of palm trees. Have a great weekend, everybody.